The Miami Dolphins get their first win of the season, but at what cost? What is up, Dolphin fans? Be sure to hit that like button on your way in. The more you hit the likes, the more people come and hang out with us. We do have to shout out today's sponsor. We got a new one for you guys, Brunt. I don't know if you guys know about Brunt. It's construction wear for the hardworking guys. Got boots, got hats, got shirts, pants. This stuff is durable. Get yourself some. Use the promo code PHINS and you get $10 off. Really, really good stuff, especially if you're a truck driver, construction, electrician, all that stuff. Great, great, great stuff. We also have our sponsor, SeatGeek. Now, if you were at yesterday's game, you probably got them for a fantastic price. Again, you get $20 off your first purchase, and you get to see the Dolphins pretty much dominate the Jets. Not for the garbage time touchdown, but we'll get into that.
Did they really
dominate?
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Continue with the promo, Doug, because
I'm trying, man. I'm trying here. And also, they're in Carolina on Sunday at 1:00. If you're in the Carolina area, use the link and get yourself $20 off. And of course, we have to shout out Sleeper. Fantastic fantasy app. We use them for our previews, talking about the over and unders on different stats. Go check them out. Use the promo code HMA. 100% up to $100. Also, if you want to become a member, you hit the join button next to the subscribe button. You get cool perks like JD the Great One. It's using our faces in the chat. You get a shout out at the end. You can tell us how long you've been a member and get a question answered for free. Super cool. Also, check our podcasts out. You can see it over here in the bottom corner, available on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. Gives a 5-star rating. So Miami Dolphins get a W. And I think for the most part, obviously the Jets really shot themselves in the foot, but the Dolphins took advantage of those shootings in the foot, forcing 3 turnovers as well, taking advantage. I like the way the Dolphins played for the most part. Obviously, there's some things that we will talk about. For me, unsung hero, not really unsung, but Darren Waller. Like the man, didn't play for over a year, comes out, 2 touchdowns. And of course, he is the man who recovers the onside kick. Beautiful. Also, we got to shout out our guy, Jake Bailey. That punt at the end of the game was a thing of beauty. I was like, oh, it's going to go in the back of the end zone. It hits at the 1, bounces back, rolls to the 2. Fantastic.
What about the kicker? You're not gonna
I was saving some of it for you guys. I'm leaving some cake for you guys to eat, man. Let's start with Omar. What are your bright spots from yesterday's W?
Segue there, Doug.
I do like the kicker, Patterson. Can't remember his first name, but
that's how much you like him. That's how much.
Yeah, at least I learned his name. You know how I'm with people. Yeah, Riley Patterson. He made some nice, strong kicks. It's interesting that Mike McDaniel basically acknowledged that Sanders and the center Andrew Meyer, they're not going to be ready for a little while. He also talked about even when James Daniels is eligible to come off the IR, he's not going to be ready. And as you know, the Dolphins tried to sneak in the release of Cam Smith on the most tragic day of Dolphin fandom. By the way, we just happened to release.
We're gonna get rid of this guy real quick. Hey, look at Tyreek over here. You're gone. Get out.
And let me say that. I really hope that Cam Smith is doing all right. Because I think that there's mental challenges that come with failure when you've aspired to do something your entire life, and then for whatever reason it doesn't go the way that you had hoped, and it challenges you mentally. I really do hope that I see him back in an NFL uniform. Me and Poopa will tell you, going into that final practice of Jacksonville, his rookie season, he was probably going to be a starter. He doesn't get caught on a double move. Didn't say he was going to be a good starter, but he's probably going to be a starter. Gets caught on a double move, clearly doesn't work as hard as he needed to. doesn't study as hard, doesn't commit himself to the game, doesn't commit himself to rehab for whatever reason, and we don't know what that is. And here we are, you're out the league in 2 years as a very talented early second-round pick.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though, because you're talking about the news dump to be buried under the Tyreek news. Also understand that Cam Smith also was eligible to come off his 4-week stint on MRI ended today. So that played a role where the Dolphins were like giving him a four-week look to see if they were thinking maybe of bringing him back, and the 4 weeks are up and decided, yeah, no, we'll move on. So I don't know.
It was non-football injury list, right?
Non-football illness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alan, what's your thoughts of last night's game?
Omar, this is just for you. To me, I think maybe the most encouraging aspect of the Dolphins win against the Jets was Tua, for the first time all year, looked decisive, not skittish in the pocket.
100%.
And when there was pressure, there was no panic. It was just a quick move to get away from the pressure, whether it was sliding to the left, sliding to the right. And that, again, that was something we had not seen earlier this season. The pass protection was decent. There were a couple of leaks, and when there were leaks, there wasn't like pitter patter. And also you saw the footwork was so much better, which is why he was much more accurate than he had been in previous weeks. That to me would be the thing that stands out. If I'm a Dolphin fan, that was very, very encouraging. On the flip side, the run defense, and again, for you, Omar, is still booty cheeks.
Yeah. Oh my God. That first drive on offense for the Jets, they threw the ball once.
By the way, did you guys notice? Did you guys notice that the Dolphins opened on defense with 4 defensive linemen: Butler, Sealer, Grant, and
Phillips,
and Jordan Phillips, Chubb and Jalen Phillips, 2 linebackers, and only 3 DBs. That's how
they couldn't stop the run.
They still couldn't stop the run.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. TD, what's your thoughts of last night's game?
I'm a Lone Ranger, man. Last night deflated me in a win. I was actually down on the team by the end of the game. I just really evaluated the game. I don't look at wins as just wins. I look at how does it make me feel about the rest of the season. And the Jets were so bad that I felt like we should have won 40-10.
Okay.
And when you really look at it from that lens, man, I start going through the schedule and I said, we're going to win 5 to 7 games. You know, you add the Tyreek departure on top of it. I was down. I couldn't. I'm like, yeah, we won. But it's putting me back in that place of recent history. Beat all the bad teams, lose to the good teams. Putting me back in that place. And Omar, watch me on playback. I know you like me that much, Omar.
What you're saying is so complicated, TD, that Omar,
I had to hear it again. Yeah.
See, hey, I heard you've been watching film lately too.
Y'all really, I don't even want to share with y'all no more. Like, I understand.
It's all right, man. Listen.
Let me say something. I had to have a conversation last week with a group of players. And it's always only me. It's always only me that has to defend everybody. Like, and I hate that. Unfortunately, the standards are different for me. And the minute I do something, like I stopped putting out film because a coach asked me to, because players are getting very sensitive. And this was decades ago. This was Mike Gesicki era. This was Jakeem Grant era. Woo! And that's
working on the dude.
And that was back in the day. Players are even more sensitive now.
Yeah, tenfold.
Even more sensitive. And I guess it's this era, but oh Lord, it's it's just sad. It's disappointing, and I hope it change, but
that's the sad part about it. Like, you could break things up and try to be objective, and you just telling the truth of what you see on film. And man, public enemy number 1. And then for you get it from the players. That's a whole different level. That is a whole different level. But yeah, like I said, that game kind of deflated me. For that reason, because there was a little piece of me that was like, hey man, surprise us. Maybe because I told y'all heard me on the last episode. Waller's gonna unlock the offense. Tua's gonna have a solid day. A-Chain's gonna go off, and Tyreek's gonna be very productive in this one. He was 6 for 6, 67 yards before he went out, which I didn't hit my sleeper because of Tyreek, but I'm gonna give him a pass.
You gonna give him a pass? Yeah, only suffered like a career-threatening injury.
Yeah, but he get pass. But I hit everything, and I'm like Tyreek cooking. I just need 2 yards.
Tyreek potentially lost like $30 million on that play, man. But you gonna give him a pass?
I lost $81.90. Okay, $81.90. The equivalence is equal. Okay,
you on dinner.
Listen, hey, I need that. But the Miami Dolphins. Here we are with the team the way that it is. We knew we were gonna go into the season with a risky roster. And all it takes is that one big name to go down, and it's all like, like we're on pins and needles. That people don't understand how big that Tyreek loss is. Yeah, you can still win games. We've done it. I remember like 2 years ago, Tyreek missed a game or two. We won that game or one game. He missed it, but we won. We won that game. You can win games, but when you're going against the big dogs in this league, man, that just makes it that much harder. Because now, you want to know something? We've been getting it, the common theme. Oh, the Dolphins getting all this cover two. You about to get single high. You about to get single high, and they're gonna load the box. So A-Chain, I don't know if he's gonna be as productive. I'm just saying. I want y'all to think about that. And you can now game plan for a Waller. I'm telling you, teams are gonna say Waddle beat us. If you can beat us. And
no, they're gonna say everybody beat us but Waddle.
I don't know. I think you get a bigger bang for your buck shutting down the run, making sure Waller doesn't get off. Hey, Waddle, get your 1 or 2.
You have to shut down the run, though. Teams are going to try to shut down the run with cloud coverage, with cover 2. And then if they can't, they'll adjust. But if they can shut it down with cover 2, why we got to do anything else?
But they ain't cover 2.
This is a new beginning for the Miami Dolphins. This is a completely different new era. This is life after Tyreek. And we don't know. We have no clue what it looks like.
Yeah, we do. We experienced it for 2 years. 2 years.
Oh no! Oh hell no! Don't do that.
This is that roster.
Do that.
This is that roster. Tell me I'm wrong. Think about it. Doug and Allen. I want y'all to think about it.
Doug.
Brian Flores roster, not year 1, but year 2 and 3. This is that roster. Giuseppe is Waller. Waddle is still here. The O-line is suspect. The defense, no names. Where is it different?
TD, running HN is better than any running back that was on that 2021 roster. Mike McDaniel is a much better offensive mind than any coach on that staff in 2021.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what y'all telling me right now is that the Miami Dolphins will have better results than that team did.
Offensively, they have better personnel.
Okay. We'll see.
Much better personnel.
We'll see.
On defense is a different story.
No, I'm not talking. We're saying personnel, but we'll see. We'll see how this offense does compared to that.
Doug, please respond to TD's comment, please.
So Myles Gaskin, Devontae Parker, Liam Eichenberg, Michael Dieter, Jesse Davis. That's the offense. That's like some of your like, ugh.
Don't forget Mike Gesicki, did you? Why you forget Mike Gesicki?
No, I'm talking about the poo.
You're doing the poo.
I'm talking about the poo. The defense is different. So if you're going to ask me, are we going to win more games than 2021? I don't know. I don't trust our defense.
That wasn't TD's argument. TD was talking strictly about the offense.
I was actually talking about the team, but we can stick on offense. You want to talk about the pool? You want to talk about our left guard and our right guard? Do you want to start there?
You don't think Malik Washington's good? You don't think Taj Washington?
So you're going to say Malik Washington is better than Devontae Parker?
Yeah.
Stop it, Doug. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. He's not.
He's not.
Waddle is Waddle. Mike Gesicki, Waddle.
Waddle is a more developed Waddle. At that time, he was also used as
Well,
just a
he's
slot
actually less
receiver.
productive now.
Stop it.
But
And
Tyreek,
that
I'll
time-
say that.
Come on,
Tyreek.
H-Shannon's a discussion. Seriously?
Yeah,
Get over
A-Chain
Miles
is a
Gaskin.
discussion, but I want to see how A-Chain goes from the next game moving forward. When
He's
it's
got a
more of an
point.
even playing field, when you
He's
get
got a
that
point.
single high.
That's fair, but he's
Let's
still,
see.
you look at him and he's obviously a lot more gifted than Miles Gaskin was. Come
Tua's
on.
not the same
I get it.
quarterback that he was back then.
Mm-mm.
Tua's a
He also
more
doesn't have 900 different offensive coordinators.
Two is the same quarterback. Y'all just never saw it.
No, he isn't.
Y'all just never saw it.
No,
That's your
no.
problem.
How did it
He's
turn
the
into
same
a bash to a
quarterback.
second?
Yeah, no, we're moving on. 'Cause we're
Okay, let's move on. Move on.
We're
Let's
moving
move
on.
on. Move
We're
on.
moving on.
And that's not
We don't have
bashing
time for
Tua,
this.
by the way. That's just,
We don't have time for this because Tyreek Hill got hurt. We bring back Cedric Wilson Jr. That's why they probably moved on from Cam Smith, even though you would think it would be Hill, but obviously maybe they're doing something else. So,
Cam wasn't on the 53, Doug, so it's not.
okay, so they just did it to do. Okay,
It'll be Tyreek. Yeah.
Cedric is going to replace Tyreek Hill. And like we were talking about, we got thrusted into 2026 a little too soon because I'm pretty sure all of us on this panel can tell you Tyreek was not going to be on the team in 2026.
That's
Saved
correct.
$36 million. And now, unfortunately, he's got this injury, which is when I saw it, I got speechless when I saw it live because I was like, his leg is facing the wrong way. I knew as soon as it happened, he dislocated his knee. And then my wife, who's a nurse, was like, to do that, you have to tear everything in your knee. And unfortunately, he tore everything in his knee. And then there was a surgeon on Twitter who hit me up and was like, he'll be lucky if he can get back to 80% with the type of damage he took to his knee. So, could be career threatening. I'm not saying it will, not wishing it will or anything like that, but it just sucks that this happened to him. And now, and again, Omar fights for the players, fights for these contracts. He has no guaranteed money next year. The Dolphins literally can cut him and they save $36.3 million. Like they could cut him now if they wanted to, if they really wanted to be like that. But where do we? Yeah. So essentially, we're looking at it, and like TD brought up, we're kind of in a situation where we don't have Tyreek. Guys got to step up. You got Malik. You got the Washington brothers. We saw little tidbits of that during preseason. A little dynamic between them. D. Estridge is going to need to step up, and they bring back Cedric Wilson. Do you think it's now? Obviously, it's a drop off. It's a drop off.
Oh, Cedric Wilson's the answer.
And Taj Washington also, I think, Doug, I think you're like, let's pump the tire. Pump the
I'm not saying, but you're assuming on that one. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying
it's
this
Nick
is
Westbrook.
who we have now.
No,
I'm not
listen,
saying they're going to replace Tyreek. There is no replacing Tyreek.
I asked a question specifically to Mike about how much does this help that you've had the prep work of life without Tyreek. They have practiced more life without Tyreek than actually life with Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what this offense looks like. They know, and it can facilitate. It can work. Tua can operate it. No question about that. But Mike said something, and if you speak Mike McDaniel, which I'm sure all of us pretty much do because we listen to him every single day, Mike was basically hinting that, hey, these young players, you want to play, you want an opportunity to play, master your play calls, master your assignments, get in your books, study, prepare, because how much you play is on you. And I found it very telling that they immediately went out and got a guy who knows their exact offense. Mm-hmm. Not a good player, but a guy who knows their offense. Stop it.
Why you gotta be so harsh? Why you gotta be so harsh?
You know why I am so harsh because you know
why you're being harsh because it's not too.
No, I'm being harsh because
preach, Doug. Say it again.
Omar, I'm playing. He's serviceable at best. I'm playing.
If I got to describe you as serviceable, like okay. Anyway, let me stop.
They signed him off. They signed him off the practice squad of maybe one of the two worst teams in the NFL. So that kind of tells right there.
Here's why Cedric Wilson. It's very telling to me of what this team is doing. Cedric Wilson was one of the top free agents that Chris Greer signed in the offseason of 2022. Gave him real money.
And then
available.
And then Tyreek Hill got here, but he still had an opportunity to have a role because they didn't have a third receiver that entire season.
Mhm.
And why didn't they have a third receiver that entire season, Popard?
Trent Sherfield was the third wide receiver that season because Trent Sherfield outplayed Cedric Wilson, but they massively overpaid for Cedric Wilson. You're absolutely right. Cedric Wilson had one good year in Dallas when they fed him a lot after the injuries came in. You're absolutely right. And I'm, with all due respect, like, yeah, Cedric Wilson is a jag. I mean, let's be honest. By the way, Omar, you'll love this. Two former Dolphin wide receivers who are also familiar with the offense had a tryout with the Washington Commanders on Tuesday.
Bobby Chosen got signed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one who was, you threw out his name on River Craycraft.
Did River get signed?
No, he did not get signed. He also was tried also with Washington, so I guess Chosen did better than him.
Yeah. I was talking to Chosen. And it's,
Hey, this was the design, like Omar said.
You know Chosen is better than Cedric Wilson.
Cedric was supposed to be the guy. You're right. This is a lot of people forget that was the team we were going to war with before we got Tyreek. So
and
now
he wasn't good.
And now we get an opportunity to see what that looks like 3 years later when he's not as, maybe as, sought after as he used to be.
And also understand this, the Dolphins franchise tagged Mike Gesicki, and he signed the tag before they – don't shake your head. Don't shake your head. I'm speaking the facts.
I know. All it is just more evidence in a case of roster talent mismanagement. They
didn't think Tyreek. They never dreamed Tyreek was going to fall in their lap. So they signed Cedric Wilson. They franchise tagged Mike Gesicki, and then lo and behold, Tyreek shows up on their doorstep. And Cedric Wilson, you're an afterthought. Mike Gesicki, go ahead and collect your I don't remember, $10 million,
$11 million,
like that, and then just ride the bench for most of the game.
It's just a very long list. Like, you're inspiring, and I need to like. You're just inspired. My wow.
Hold on, Omar, take two. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pulling the Mike McDaniel. I know what I want to say, but I'm trying to be nice and graceful because.
Why are you starting now? Why are you starting now? I'm sorry.
Trying to turn over a new. Hey, they won. He's trying something new. They won.
Oh yeah, I gotta be positive in a week win. So I gotta write favorable stories. That is a pledge and a commitment that I've made to the players.
Very nice.
But because that I'm always on them. Like you suck. What do you want me to do? But Chris Greer is so in over his head. And it's so very obvious and apparent.
By the way, that's you trying to put it politely. Okay.
Yeah. Because the old me would say he sucks at his job.
Okay.
And like, bro, come on, are you serious? Like, and I'm not saying that like Cedric Wilson is a bad player, and I'm not telling you that that's not who Mike McDaniels requested, because Mike runs such a damn complicated offense. You basically have to have a rocket science degree to figure it out as a young player, because right now there's no reason. You're in the locker room, people are mentioning and talking about Theo Weiss. He has that kind of talent, but Theo Weiss would have to actually know his playbook and know his assignments and be able to operate the offense without them dummying it down.
Why is it so many people don't? That's a running theme about, like, man, Doug, you're in the NFL. Like, so buckle down and study it. Like, study it. Like, get it, like 2 in the morning, study it.
Yeah, but it's not this isn't just a Miami Dolphin thing. Some players, it takes them. Like, look at COVID year. Tom Brady didn't know their playbook until the playoffs. Sometimes it's just, he said it's like speaking Japanese.
Man,
a whole new
here's another question though. Dolphins have five wide receivers already on the 53, not counting Tyreek. Did they really need just to make a apples to apples switch? They couldn't pick up a player at another position,
like corner.
Six is a lot. 6 is a lot of wide receivers. By the way, did you say corner?
No,
Can we stop dumping on the corners who actually are playing?
they're fine. They're
playing
fine.
very well.
I'm not saying they're not fine. I want more depth. They're dropping like flies.
Are they?
They're fine.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. They're
Yeah,
fine.
they're not the problem.
They're not the problem on
They're not
defense.
the problem.
They are not the problem on defense.
No. When the opposing quarterback gets 6 seconds to throw the ball, that's the problem.
That defensive line, and I say this, I think I said this on Dolphins Collective last week. Somebody need to pick up the phone and call Christian. Somebody need to pick up the phone and call Christian Wilkins, because it doesn't matter. He needs to get in. If he needs to get in the building, get rehab professionally, like you could sign Christian Wilkins to a $2 million deal. He's got offset language on his contract anyway, so whatever you pay him, he's working for free. Yeah. The NFLPA better address his situation with the Raiders. More than likely they will, because a guaranteed contract is a damn guaranteed contract. But
yeah, because Kenneth Grant, boy,
this ain't getting better.
Struggles.
It is not getting better. It's not getting better.
You're really going to bench Kenneth Grant in favor?
Yes. He's going to be on a pitch count until he can.
Jordan Phillips too. They're not good right now.
No,
and that's your first round pick. You can't stunt his development like that. You
I
gotta
know.
write it out.
You gotta win, because you need to be playing for your job. Everybody.
First round, you can't give up on your first round.
So you're going to continue to suck because you want to prove something that he's a first round pick? He is not
You're
good.
really going to send him to no, but you can't send him.
He can be a platoon player. He can come on the field for 50 snaps.
Hey,
no, he gets a lot of
Noah Monogamy was on the bench. Cam Smith. I mean, they.
I'm sorry. You need to find something else. This is not going to work with this defensive line.
But it's not just Kenneth Grant and Jordan Phillips. By the way, his snap count was like cut in half against the Jets, and it's not just them. Zach Sealer's not doing anything. Benito Jones hasn't done really a whole lot either.
Benito's hurts. That's
Kenneth Grant. So Zach Sealer gets 198 snaps so far this season. Kenneth Grant's at 149. Then Phillips is 119. Butler, he's getting a lot of snaps.
They got to reduce those snaps. There's this defensive line. They are hemorrhaging on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
What you have right now is not going to do it.
Let's not stop there, Omar. Let's be fair. It's the entire front. Them linebackers.
Oh, that's 7.
Run D. Like every O-line we go against, they're getting to the second level, sealing blocks. We're talking about safeties and corners.
There's nobody that's keeping them clean. Zach Thomas wasn't Zach Thomas without Tim Bowens. You have to have a lineman that keeps them clean. Nobody is keeping them clean.
Yeah, correct.
This is a perfect segue into the third talking point. How do the Dolphins move forward? And
very carefully,
very gingerly on your tippy toes. Because I made a video today saying, can they turn it around? And I looked at the rest of the season and I'm like, with the defense the way they're playing, maybe, because you have, if we run through it real quick, they have Panthers is a winnable game, Chargers, Browns.
No, there are no such thing as winnable games. Stop
Especially when you're playing bad.
There are no such thing as a winnable game. Stop it.
The Chargers don't have any tackles yet because they keep right now because they keep getting hurt.
They keep getting hurt.
You ain't stopping Justin Herbert. I'm
sorry.
But
that O-line is pretty bad.
If he's got no time, that
I don't think this defensive line can get a sack.
In the beginning of the year, we sat here and we said the opening 4 games was the easiest point of our schedule.
Did you watch the game against the Broncos? Where the Broncos sent 2 and got a sack?
Cincinnati. Slow down, Omar. I ain't know the Colts was going to be one of the best teams in the league.
Exactly. That's why I hate when y'all sit here and talk about winning the game.
Yeah, but we done seen some football now. We done seen football now.
Tough piece of the schedule. Come on, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with you, Omar. It's only 2 games on our schedule that I would document as winnable. The rest of them all are going to be highly competitive. And
everybody looking at the Dolphins like, oh, that's a
Saints
win.
And Browns.
Everybody on our schedule, oh, that's a win.
No,
there's no winnable games for this Dolphins team.
I think they're going to do something at quarterback soon.
Oh, trade?
No, who?
Winston.
The Bengals.
Oh, you're going to trade for Zach Wilson.
No, Jameis Winston, Kirk.
Kirk Cousins.
Shador Sanders.
They ain't gonna do it. Ryan Tannehill, maybe. My boy come back.
Nah, Ryan, I don't think there's anything. Ryan, I've been told Ryan has had offers, and
Derek Carr.
Yeah. He said he did an interview saying he turned
now.
down offers unless it's a real.
He did an interview.
Team. Yeah. He was like, it was like this formal church thing, but he was like, I'm fine. I've made a lot in the NFL, and
$200 million.
if I get a good opportunity to actually compete with a team that'll go to the playoffs that's built for it, yeah, I'll come back. But that's about it. I don't want to.
For a fact, Ryan Tannehill probably looks like Nick Folk right now.
Which
Did
one?
You see Nick Folk? The kicker for the Jets trotting out there with that beer gun.
Oh damn!
I think it was big.
But
damn.
I'll answer.
Ryan. I promise you, Ryan don't look like that. He's
eating those chips that Tua's talking about.
See, I didn't bring them up. All right.
Oh man, but hey,
right there.
But Doug, looking forward at the rest of the season. Again, I think that they got to face some hard opponents. Do you see them getting above 5 wins with the team right now, with the defense right now, with the offense right now? Can they get above 5 wins?
You're assuming they're not going to improve, Doug? I mean, come on. This is
4 weeks.
Have the whole year.
We're toast.
When have they ever improved?
I'm not going. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it whatsoever.
2021.
The Miami Dolphins are not going to improve. Okay, they are going to continue to play the way that they have the last 2 weeks versus Buffalo and the Jets, which is still not perfect, but it's not a complete fall off. And I think that's who we are, and it's a little worse without Tyreek. But how do the Dolphins move forward? It's the most unpopular opinion. Tear it down now. And here's why I say, I know they won't. I'm just saying, tear it down now, because you're going to string yourself along at the detriment of the potential of accelerating the reset quicker. Like you're going to hold on to certain guys that you can maybe get something for. You're going to mess up your draft capital to where you can really get somebody who can really impact. And you want to give that potential new general manager and head coach a fresh start. Why do you bring them in and they got to deal with the politics of, well, we just like hypothetically, we're going to rely on Kenneth Grant. We're going to hope he gets better. But if he doesn't, the new one got to deal with that. You got all these pieces on the roster that the new regime will have to build their nucleus around. And what if it doesn't work out and then we're picking on the new regime, but they inherited this stuff? Give them the clean slate you gave Flores. Give the new regime the clean slate that you gave Brian Flores.
But why do it now when everybody is on this staff is fighting for their job, fighting for their future?
You want to know why?
Fighting for their prosperity.
You want to know why? Because if you don't know their fate by now, then you're just wasting their time and yours. Let's call it what it is. You can fight all you want. I think all 4 of us, without wanting to say it, know the outcome of this season. All 4 of us, and even if you're like, well, we don't know, but you know in the back of your head what this is all going to end up being.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Put a pin in that. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But are we looking at Anthony Weaver's defense, right? Because to me, the number one problem on this team is the defense.
Yes.
And then if we're going to start picking apart what's going on, the number one issue is the inability to stop the run. Are we saying that there's absolutely no way that he can fix that with what's in-house or signing somebody and address that?
I'm glad you asked the question. I got your clear answer, okay? He can't fix what people don't have in him. In his press conference the other day, it gave me confidence in Weaver. He basically saying, gosh, man, y'all know your assignment now, but you ain't got to fight. I need guys that got to fight. Where's Calais? Where's Christian fight? Where are those guys? Ramsey may have had his issues, but he had to fight. I don't have guys that have the fight. So no, I'm not putting that on Anthony Weaver. I know you got a personnel that don't have the fight.
Was Calais Campbell a quote-unquote violent player, or was he just somebody who was insanely excuse me, can I finish?
Mhm.
Who is insanely technically sound and yes, very smart. And is it possible Kenneth Grant is a very violent player whose technique is all over the place right now? Who's gonna improve at some point? You guys are driving me nuts with
I
this.
got your answer. I got your answer, Alan.
Go ahead.
Calais Campbell, like I love to use scales of 1 to 10. Calais Campbell had 7 violence in him and 10 technically sound. Kenneth Grant, who you're calling a violent player from college, I'm seeing a 4 in violence and a 2 in technically sound.
I'm saying a guy who's swimming right now, who is getting messed up by offensive linemen who are a lot more technically savvy than him because he's a rook, which happens to a lot of defensive tackles in the NFL.
I understand that, but you want to know one thing in them trenches at the tackle position, Alan, that you can't fake? If you're a violent player, you can bust through all that technicality. Like,
Was
that's what we
Christian
need.
Wilkins a violent player when he first got to the Dolphins?
Christian Wilkins was a relentless player. That's the difference. It may have not been violent, but the motor never stopped. I see Kenneth Grant just holding a position right there. Christian Wilkins' motor never stopped. A guy can go around the edge and Christian will catch him 40 yards down the field. He impacted the game in so many different ways. It wasn't just disrupting the backfield, which he did year 3 and 4 or 4 and 5, 1 or 2, which he actually ended up doing. That's the development you're talking about. But you know what helped Christian Wilkins survive to that point? All those hustle plays, all that never giving up, all of that intensity. I ain't hearing nothing from Kenneth Grant.
Watch your face up there. And Kenneth Grant, I hate to tell you. That's better.
My therapist always says my face gives it away. So I need to give it control.
I saw those plays. Those plays are not happening right now because he has not gotten off to a good start. I don't think it's for lack of hustle, which is why, to me, again, and it's the same thing with Jonas Avainaya right now. His technique is all over the place. You're not going to tell me this is not a violent physical player.
Yeah.
Again, he's swimming.
I'm not going to say you're not wrong, Alan, because those guys can turn it around. They can improve. The point that I'm making to make my point, though, is the fact that while they're developing, you're just wasting time. Make sure that you situate the team for the next regime now. We know how this is going to end. As they're improving, make sure your roster is getting ready for the future. Like all of this.
Who are you trading for what? That would be the next question. Who are you trading for what?
Tyreek got the picture now. But you got to look at contracts and you got to look at 10-year.
It's Jalen Phillips and it's Bradley Chubb. Let's be real.
Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips at this point. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but you might want to even consider one of the two, A-Chain or Waddle. You might want to consider one of the two. Remember, I personally feel like, first of all, you got to get through this season. Whenever the new regime come in, you're going to be resetting everything for about 1.5 to 2 years. And just look at both players in year 4 from now. That's kind of how I view it. Like, as you're building this thing, you have to look 3 years from now. What's the estimation of who they're going to be and the impact they're going to have and how much we're going to covet them. That's all I'm saying. We never
that's fair. What are you training? And I'm not you're making this is your best show ever, TD.
Stop. You said that before. I'm getting even better.
You out here like Scottie Pippen just hitting 8 threes. You killing it right now.
Jordan.
Simmer down.
Skylar. I'm Skylar. And don't worry, I'm flying out tomorrow because they need my boy Skylar Rome. I'm on my way over there. Trust me.
Here's my question. What are you trading Devon Achane for? And what are you trading Jalen Waddle for, if that's what you're doing?
I'm more likely to trade Waddle than Achane because we can still come on the back end with Achane. As
what for Waddle?
For what?
I'm honestly trying to see if I can swap out interior offensive lineman.
You're trading Waddle for an offensive guard?
An expensive offensive lineman and maybe get me a 4th round with it. I want to get me a nice offensive guard and see if I can grab a 4th rounder with it.
You're improving Tua Tagovailoa's offensive line, but taking away his top weapon.
Well, you're making a bad assumption in all of this, and I think that's why y'all the way you're looking.
You know it's coming, Omar.
You better know what's coming. We're just trying to get past next year eating to a salary because the new regime, they getting a whole new makeover. They going to get them a quarterback. We could already be starting to work on the line. If anything, sell it all and start working on the line. Matter of fact, in 2 years, you could have a wall built for whoever you want to draft. You can have the wall, no more crying from Dolphin fans. Look at the wall we built now. Who do we draft? So we can finally set a quarterback up for success.
Pippen just shot a brick.
Airball.
How many chips Pippen got? I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, you Portland Pippen right now.
Man, we need a real wall. Even if you're going to continue to it, you need a real wall to give him the best chance. And again, I don't think that's still going to be enough.
You can go get somebody's expensive offensive lineman in the offseason when you trade for him.
No. I'm not. I think you're missing it. I'm not saying completely right now. Like Waddle might be a next offseason situation. I'm just saying these are the moves.
Two average players.
You think the Eagles are trading Landon Dickerson for Jalen Waddle? Really?
Maybe not. But maybe I'm trading Waddle for a pick to get me a guard in the second round or something. I don't. That's all I'm saying. You need. So
you would trade Waddle for a second round pick?
Yeah, I would.
There's a lot of ifs and buts in there.
Yeah, that's not an if. Hey, Waddle's available for a second. I think there are suitors.
Yeah, but you got
a lot of suitors.
You have the GM that can pull it off, and GM that's going to make the right draft.
Waddle for a second. I think we can get that.
I know, but you got to hope that GM uses that second on the right player.
Correct.
Oh well, I'm that's relying on the next guy.
But anyway.
And automatically, I think that's a better chance.
We're gonna jump into the donations. We have 1,079 people in here. Hit that thumbs up. We are almost at 9,000 subs, so be sure to hit that thumbs up. We're gonna get to these donations. We got about 20 minutes. Flick Shorts with the $5 said, y'all show the video of Hill being joyful and laughing going into the hospital on the road. Some fans were following the ambulance and got video.
Yeah.
So many people are like saying like, oh, he's happy he doesn't have to play with Tua again, and he's happy he doesn't have to play with the.
Now that's trolling.
That's like, come on. He's trying to be in high spirits as his knee is in the opposite direction.
What's the alternative? I mean,
right?
On a positive side, if Tyreek Hill ever plays in the NFL game again, he will be blessed and fortunate and lucky.
Yeah.
Like
so,
his injury.
Can we say something positive about Tyreek real quick? That moment on that cart, and all of that. We everybody want to talk about the personal life. Everybody want to talk about the shenanigans. But he does have a good soul. He is a good person.
That's
and, I do see him, how he interacts with his kids and things like that. He's a good person at the end of the day. And that was a moment right there where he showed, you know what, despite it all, I'm going to count it joy. And that's resilience. It showed a moment of joy to the fans and his teammates and everybody. And that's the stuff you got to realize. And here's a bold take. The Dolphins are going to re-sign Tyreek Hill on a team-friendly deal next offseason. I can see it happening. They're going to have a really team-friendly deal, give him an opportunity to play 1 or 2 more years to end his career, regardless of how it looks. And he's going to be a dog. I'm starting to think that.
I think you've got a great point. I love what you said because I don't really think people have a good gauge on who Tyreek Hill is, and he is, just like you said, a good guy. I don't know his baby mamas. I have not talked to his baby mamas.
We all flawed. He has his for sure.
Jesus.
But like they are going to miss more than his playmaking, his energy.
Yeah, you
and
saw it.
I remember 2 weeks ago, I think it was before I asked Tyreek about the fact that he hadn't had a 30+ yard reception. He walks into the locker room and he says, Waddle, why you wasn't out there doing jugs with me? Like he chastised him. Like, yo, like this is 30, 40 minutes after practice. And Tyreek's a worker. That's the one thing I can say a lot of things about Tyreek, and He might show up late for the stretching portion of practice, but Tyreek worked. Tyreek practiced.
Real captain.
And Tyreek worked after practice. And Tyreek showed up on his day off. And Tyreek was a professional. And he was an emotional leader. The biggest thing that they're going to have to replace is I don't know who's going to replace that emotional leader.
You saw him in the middle before the last 2 weeks before the game. He's the one in the middle pumping everybody up.
Mm-hmm.
And backing it up with his play too. Like people aren't thinking about how good he was in that first half yesterday. He was coming out in the second half.
Yeah. He was about to go off.
Flem with the tour says Love is 2 times the player Tua is. Waddle, it's time. I'm assuming he's saying send him to Green Bay. Kevin with the 20er says this run defense needs help so much for the violence. Love you guys. Keep up the amazing work. We have a long season ahead of us. Fins up. Yeah.
Violence doesn't necessarily have to show up in the week that you asked for it. It could potentially show up, 2 weeks from now. But
week 18.
You just asked for it last week. I didn't. That doesn't mean I have to deliver it this week.
Right now.
Yeah.
RJ with the 10 says I feel terrible for Hill. What a gruesome injury. But to add insult to injury, Miami decided to win the game, extending Chris Greer's leash. Thanks to you gentlemen for being our weekly therapists. Yeah, they get an extra week. Let's see how they can
an extra week.
If they would have lost that game, someone probably would have got fired.
Not unless it would have been.
So you're still thinking Madrid? Madrid's like that point.
Yeah.
If they have like 2 wins coming out of Madrid.
This man is very committed to patience.
And he's in their locker room too, shaking Waddle hand.
Understand. He's in the locker room after every game. In the locker room.
Losses?
Yeah. Huh?
In the losses too?
Losses too. On the road. After every game, he's in the locker room. I was literally standing next to his girlfriend in Buffalo, which I didn't know who she was until after the fact. He's in the locker room after every single game. Remember, what he does now has a reflection on who he's going to hire. And you have to show that you are a patient, diplomatic, non-emotional owner. If there are only 2 reasons why he will make a firing. If this fan base completely checks out, which it's close, it's not there yet, but it's close, or the team and players check out on Mike. That's when you have to pull the plug. And the team and players have not even come close to checking out.
How was the attendance?
Pretty bad.
I was looking, I'm like, whoa, like just from screenshots, like wow.
Yeah. I took a screenshot in the 3rd quarter just so that people can't say, oh, it's a late arriving crowd.
Yeah.
It's that people were going to the bathroom break. So I always take a screenshot in the 3rd quarter, and it was pretty bad. I would say the stadium was maybe 65% full.
And it's funny too because that coincides with Jafin's donation where he talks about. He said he can't wait for episode 2 of Under the Sun. They had episode 1.
You think they're going to be episode 2?
No. And then you go on their site and you go in the media section. The last pictures that were uploaded were from the Jaguars preseason game. It's like it seems like they've just checked out.
As somebody who's worked on those types of documentaries, it takes a minute to produce and put together.
It's supposed to be every month.
Yeah,
but even the photos, the game day photos. Jaguars game was the last one. It's like if they don't have an episode by
mid-October, they're not doing it. But they're shooting it. They're still shooting it.
The Chargers have a show every week.
No,
yeah, they got a whole reality show thing that
send it to me.
Are we getting throwback jerseys this year?
Huh? Throwback jerseys.
Are we getting throwback jerseys this year?
They haven't been announced.
From my understanding,
announce them as soon as the season starts. Nothing. We got the rival jerseys, and it seems like that is it.
Hey, but kudos to them jerseys. They were fire on TV. Everybody love them.
Hell yeah, they look. I
I
love
hate
the
it.
end zone too. The end zone.
Why
looks
you
really
hate
good.
He's a hater.
I'm colorblind, and it was very challenging for me to see the numbers.
True.
Colorblind. You don't see black.
Too, dude.
No, it's like that dark blue kind of
Yeah,
like a brownish to him. So it
it's-
kind of faded. Nobody with the fiver said, now that Waddle can't hide in Tyreek's shadow, why is he hiding in Tyreek's shadow? There would be added pressure on him to live up to his wide receiver one pay and draft status. He's getting paid like a wide receiver one.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Mhm.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Okay.
He's the 12th highest paid wide receiver in the league. Jalen Waddle knew what I was getting at after the game in a question. He wanted to avoid it. And that was scary for me. And I think he, and that's the thing. This game gonna change. Game gonna change. Pressure bust pipes. Like
I think that's why him and Tua get along so well. They're very like laid down, timid people.
Him and who?
Tua. That's why they get along, because they're the same type of personality. It seems like.
I don't know. I'll think about that. It's gonna take me a minute to think about that.
Chopper with a $2 donation said we should go after Gabe Davis, but it goes back to what Omar said, where he went after someone who already knew the offense, so there was no delay in getting him out on the field. Coach Sav with the fiver said, let's trade Chop for Savion Williams, tall, fast, young receiver, maybe get a pick as well.
Chop, boy.
I'm not gonna say nothing because I get in trouble anytime I say Chop.
Leave that alone too.
Marvin becoming a new member.
Sorry for talking about you, Kenneth Grant. I apologize.
I'll say this, and you guys know I'm a stickler about this. I saw Chop get instant pressure, and then the very next play they dropped him back into coverage.
Man, Chop got shook so bad by Justin Fields on one play, but he beat his guy.
That's just Justin Fields, though. In all honesty,
Justin Fields, he can run. That boy can run.
Yeah.
That's all. Let's be honest with you.
He can't play quarterback, but he can run.
Wow. Dude.
Hey, listen, I looked up his stats because I wanted to see where that performance ranked in quarterback passer rating. And yes, I'm obsessed with it for all quarterbacks, not just Tua. That was his 7th best game in the NFL. And wouldn't you know, all of his 100 passer rated games, he's only won one of them.
Wow.
Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how do you only win one of the games that you play well in?
Because a lot of his numbers come after his team falls behind.
Garbage time.
And giving him all those completions.
Wow.
He's not a very good passer, but
he's not.
He threw some nice passes last night. 50, 20, 25 yarders in the middle of the zone. Yeah, like down the field. He had like 3 really nice ones.
It's easy. It's like he's in practice facing our defensive front.
It's true. I mean,
don't touch the quarterback.
You have a very good point, Doug.
Man, Drake May look good. Like a lot of these guys.
Every quarterback that has played the Miami Dolphins has produced 100 passer rating.
And every quarterback that has played the New York Jets has as well.
Okay. What you trying to say?
You had to.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying they've been that bad. Our 27 points last night was the least amount of points put up on them.
Yep.
Was the least amount this year.
They're an organization that's doing a cultural reset.
Okay.
They're an organization that's
see, I threw it out there and you were like, I don't want it.
No, it's not about Tua. Tua did his job last night. Tua did his job. He played well enough for the team to win. And
now if he plays like that every single week, can they win?
Yeah.
No. He got to be even better.
Have to do more heavy lifting.
Yeah, he got to be even better.
How would he be even better than how he played last
Omar,
night?
Let's not say. See, this is what
I'm just asking the question. What else do you want him to do?
Yeah. We get caught up, and when we win, we don't really go evaluate the film. The man was missing opportunities last night too over the field. Little check downs when guys 15 yards right in the middle of the field wide open. We don't do that as Dolphins fans. Nobody.
But what more do
evaluated
you
him.
want him to do that he didn't do? Like, what did he
No,
not
what I'm
do last
saying,
night?
you asked. I'm not complaining about last night. You asked the question going forward. If you play like that every week, he gonna have to be even better because you got. I mean, that's 6 for 6, 67 yards from Tyreek. First of all, how you gonna replace it? Let's start there.
That's a whole different issue. That's play calling. That's the weaponry.
Why are we getting sucked into another tour conversation?
Omar asked me. I'm just
Let's move on because this one from Noel B asked, did the field condition play a role in Tyreek's injury? No, it had everything to do with he landed all of his weight on his one leg, and it just
And by the way, that was a big time throw from Tua on that play, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
what was
That was what you consider a big time throw.
Field condition. How many times did our running backs and our pass rushers
It was
slip and
wet.
fall?
It was wet. The grass was wet.
Put some
It hasn't
longer
stopped
cleats
raining.
on.
Doug, it hasn't stopped raining down here. I mean, nonstop the entire month.
Put longer cleats on.
No, then the cleats would get stuck and you'd have Tyreek. What happens to Tyreek?
Ooh, touche.
Yeah, even
Touche. Where you get like a Dan Marino Achilles injury. Aaron with the 5 said, prayers go out to Tyreek. Hope you have a speedy recovery. Also, do y'all think Hill is the best at player the Dolphins have had in the 21st century?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I remember this. I was talking to a GM in the league 9 years ago. This was after Tyreek's rookie season. And he was like, yeah, man, everybody's trying to find them a Tyreek Hill. Like Tyreek redefined that position.
Mm-hmm.
And people went from going to try to find the Terrell Owens and the Andre Johnsons to trying to find the Tyreek Hills.
Mm-hmm.
He redefined the game in some aspects. And the question I have now is Tyreek going to be a Hall of Famer?
100%.
If he never plays another down in the NFL.
I'm shocked that you have to question that.
Yeah, first ballot, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, but you only have 10 years.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's a generational.
He
talent.
also was rated the number 1 player in the NFL one year. That's the cherry on top.
Hell yeah. And who's his quarterback?
Seriously,
Thank you.
Seriously, that's from it.
No, Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer, though.
Yeah, 100%.
TD, that NFL top 100 list. Come on, if you've seen how the sausage gets made.
No. I'm just saying.
Yes, the sausage gets made very.
Wait, hold on. I thought his peers vote on that.
They do, but you don't see how they vote on it.
Have you ever seen them vote?
You don't want to see them how they vote. You don't.
Well, y'all need to enlighten me on this because, another day. But I need enlightenment on that.
Omar, who was that guy we played? I think we was.
Who is that? Who is that guy we played? 66.
Oh yeah. I'll put him down.
Yeah.
But they remembered. I remember that guy gave me fits today. Let me make sure I put him down. But that tallies up. I still feel like that's good.
Agencies vote like CAA agents.
That's a problem.
Only vote for their.
Yeah, that's a problem.
You do not want to see how the sausage gets made. He's 1,000% right.
Okay.
I have helped players fill out their. Who is that? Who should I put here? Like, the players have no business doing that.
Help me out. I need 5 more names on the list.
Yeah. Hey, who your friend over is with the Colts? What's your friend name again?
Xavier Howard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Mr. Finisher, I'm assuming he's a Tua fan, can tell by his icon image, with the $20 donation, said to all them Tuaneers and hypocrites alike that wanted Tyreek Hill gone. You got your wish this season. Tua better step his soft blank up now.
He may not be a Tua fan.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's duct tape around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, did you pick that one wrong?
Yeah, get that one out the screen, Doug. Get that one out the screen.
But he's
$20. I'm gonna read the donation.
I literally, I don't think I sent out the tweet, but I thought to myself when Tyreek was being carted off the field, well, all the people who wish that they would get to see Tua without Tyreek, well, you about to get your wish.
Oh, you sent it out. You said it out in different words. You said, y'all about to find out what life is without Tyreek.
You'll learn today.
My bad. Sometimes I try to filter myself. I guess I missed that one.
Oh my God. Matthew Blue has a great question here. The ESPN graphic said that Frank Smith was calling offensive plays. Did Mike give up play calling, or was it a graphic error? It was a graphic error.
They made a mistake. Yeah,
it was not. You could
now,
tell.
you know, people see, he should have been gave it up. We were actually moving the ball.
No. Because what drove me nuts, it was another situation where on the strip sack fumble, we get the ball in their 46, end around, bubble screen, and it's like, just run the ball. You're starting on their side of the field. Just turn around and hand the ball off. And I knew when that series happened, I was like, Mike McDaniel's calling the plays. That's just Mike McDaniel MO. Like, so many times it's just do this. Give it 2 runs. We're never gonna get that $100 donation. You guys know.
I hope Mike is really careful about those nakeds, because other teams are not gonna play it the way the Jets played it. Them fake handoffs and Tua roll out with nobody. Man, there's gonna be some guys coming right up straight to him.
Tua can handle that.
Okay.
But I like those plays. I like the movement. You change the launch point.
Yes.
Tua can throw on the run. It is.
Yes.
I'm proud that they've got to that.
The deep crossers and rolling Tua to the left. I was like, thank you. Because the Patriots game where he ran out of bounds, I kept saying he had Waddle. He could have hit him at the sideline. People were like, he can't make that throw. You roll Tua out to his left. I've seen him time and time again throw 15, 20 yards
absolutely throw on the run.
Bread and butter.
They need to play more RPO. They need to play more pistol. They need to play more I formation. Yes, they're going to have to evolve in life without Tyreek. They need to play, Darren Waller. We have to know what he can do and what his body can handle. We don't know that yet. They cannot overload Darren Waller right now.
No.
So everybody thinking, Darren Waller can pick up the slack. No, Darren Waller can play about 25 snaps a game.
We always say this is how we need to play when we win games. It was the Jets.
Oh, yeah. But it was also the Dolphins, because somebody said that to me. The Jets turned the ball over 3 times. The Dolphins forced those 3 turnovers. So I agree with you 100%. The Jets also committed 12 penalties for 100 and something yards.
How did y'all feel about the officiating, by the way? I was just curious.
That both teams got away with a lot.
Did we benefit? One team I feel like benefited way more
than the offensive PI on
13. Here's the thing about the offensive PI. Thankfully, they called it. It happens all the time, every single game.
There was
referees should call it. They don't, but that's not right, because the minute a defender touches these cornerbacks, it's a flag.
But Omar, that's the problem on that play, though. Our defender had his hands on him, and he get off. He had his hands on him, actually. That's the only thing that I had a problem with.
I never saw that angle.
Well, when you see the replay, you'll see he actually had him, and that little push was like, get off. It wasn't even a push. It was separation.
There's 2 of them that stood out to me. Is there was one where Matthew Butler is running back toward the Dolphin end zone after a reception by a tight end late in the game, and he slams his body into the guy long after he's on the ground.
Yeah, I was surprised that was
tackle of Justin Fields out of bounds. I mean, holy smokes, the dude was like,
that one too. I forgot about that one. It was a lot.
That one, it's because the tackle got initiated inbounds and then
it doesn't matter. Follow through. He tackled him out of bounds, came in he tackled him inbounds, went out of bounds. They're about down, and he decides he wants to fling him down on top of it. Gotcha. But which was worse, that one, Allen, the tight end that was on the ground and then a late hit, or Tua's Kiko Alonso hit?
Tua's. He went right for his helmet. That was a helmet to helmet.
How you go straight for a helmet on a sliding guy when they already committed?
He still went right. He hit helmet to helmet. It is what it is.
Well,
That's all. It went the other way.
I don't know why everybody keeps saying helmet to helmet. It was forearm.
No, it was helmet to helmet.
He launched his helmet at Tua.
But it wasn't a helmet to helmet.
It was not.
It was not a helmet to helmet. But because Tua made it miss, that crossed the line for me.
Tell me
that wasn't Kiko Alonso to you?
No.
Or wasn't even close to Kiko Alonso.
No, Kiko Alonso launched his entire body into Flacco's head.
No, I'm talking about the timing, because Tua slid late to me on that one.
A little bit.
I guess.
But you can't.
I bet you every.
Yeah, I know it was going to get called regardless. That's why I was shocked the tight end one didn't get called, because that was more egregious.
The biggest issue for me is that's Polynesian on Polynesian. How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How are you
Come on,
gonna take
man.
out your culture's king? Like what? Like could
And
you
he
even
said he
go
was a
back
big
home?
fan of his too. He was like, I'm a big fan.
What, y'all talk about Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce?
Dude, and you know for a fact when that hit happened, because my live stream, but every person in that stadium that was a Dolphin fan, they probably were like, and then he got him smiling. I was like, oh my God.
He's like, gotcha.
He's like, I'm good. He was laughing at everything. He knew Stephen Ross probably could pop a diamond out of his butt when that happened. And he was probably like, I'm all right. You're good. You're good. Let's get to the last one from Ricky. $10 donation said departures from 2023. Andrew Van Ginkel, Brandon Jones, Robert Hunt, Xavier Howard, Jerome Baker, Christian Wilkins. Not so bad of a re-signing, all of them. Thoughts?
Not so bad.
Not re-signing all of them. Thoughts?
Hey, we might be 3-1 right now.
I'm sorry. I can't live in the past. I got
Ifs and buts
for the future.
Ifs and buts.
Yeah, we got.
But that's what we got for you guys today. We will see you Friday previewing the Panthers game.
Let's go,
6. Are we doing 6? 6:30. We're doing 6:30 on Friday. Helping Omar out, right? 6:30. Just so I let the people know.
That's helping TD out.
That hurts. No, I'm good, man. We can. I just go
6:30.
7-5.
6:30. Yeah, I can make it. Yeah.
6:30. Right. Yeah.
We'll be here 6:30 on Friday. You can check Omar Kelly out, Miami Herald, Alan Poupart, Miami Dolphins on SI, TD Fins Talk, youtube.com/TD Fins Talk. Also, the AFC's Roundtable. Also, Roundtable Sports. That man is everywhere. And you can check me out at youtube.com/DougLeeWrong. And I have something in the works with the good Teron Armstead. I will keep you guys updated on that. But other than that, we will see you Friday, 6:30. We out.